Very nice of him. Good afternoon, everybody. Car Biker here. Heading into the office, as is my wont. And before I set off, I was just getting my gear on, and the radio was on. And they were talking about CCTV cameras. Now, I believe Britain is about the most surveilled country there is in terms of CCTV cameras. You see them by the sides of roads, looking down roads. They're on gantries on motorways. They're on the sides of buildings. Town centres are generally covered. Rapidly approaching the point where people will stop saying, you're always within 6 feet of a rat, to, you're always within 6 feet of a CCTV camera. Anyway, they were talking about CCTV cameras and how many there are and how they're relaxing the rules on putting them up. I was intrigued to find out that there's actually no law, apparently. This is according to BBC Radio 4. Apparently there's no law preventing you from putting up a CCTV camera and pointing it into your neighbour's garden. Unless they claim that they are being harassed by you. But the camera by itself might not actually be considered the harassment. You've got to be doing other things too. I'm not sure whether that's good or bad. Our neighbour's got a hot tub, but I'm not sure I want a camera pointing at it. But we start to think about how they're using these things, because if they are using them for crime prevention, I can kind of see the point. They've got them up in town centres, and the idea is if there's a bit of fighting going on a Friday or a Saturday night from all the drunk dullards, then they can get the police there quicker to break it up. I'll do whatever, and if somebody's been mugged or whatever, the idea is you can prevent it. Although it seems from watching a lot of programmes that it's less on the prevention and more that they can look at the pictures afterwards and try and find the people, which is a bit of a shame, because pretty much always prevention is better than cure. I'd rather have somebody prevented from punching me than know that there'll be a picture of them somewhere for us all to laugh at on 9 o'clock TV. That's not really what they're all about, is it? But anyway, they were talking about on this radio program, talking about how they're being used. There was one woman complaining that she actually had a CCTV camera put up by the council outside her house, and there was a crime or something happened in the area, so she contacted the council and said, we'd like to get CCTV information. It might have been a scratched car or something like that, I'm not sure, I didn't quite catch it, but she wanted to get the CCTV pictures so that she could have a look and see if she could spot who damaged the car or whatever it was. I think the same happened to a vlogger. Is it Mr. Z50 or something like that? Z750 had it happen, where somebody kicked his visor off his helmet when he'd left his helmet strapped to his bike, and he couldn't get hold of the CCTV footage, and neither could this lady. They said that no, data protection means you're not allowed to see it. Now, the radio presenter said to her, so why is it there then? And the woman said, well, I don't know, but I do know that I had a letter come through the post telling me that I was putting my wheelie bin in an incorrect position. So maybe it was used for that. Now, whether that is because of the CCTV or the bin men, who knows, but it seems indicative of how these things are actually being used. I don't know if anybody will remember the story if they're in the UK, or know about the story if they're outside the UK. But after all the terrorism bit, the government brought in all these laws for CCTV, for anti-terrorism, and all these surveillance laws to make it easier to catch terrorists. But we didn't really hear a lot about how they were being used to catch terrorists, but we did hear a story of how somebody was caught by a council, arrested and fined for allowing their dog to poop on the pavement. Now, I'm all for that. I think people who let the dogs crap everywhere should be fined for it. I think it's a disgusting thing. I had a friend about 25 years ago who was an ice skater, figure skater, when I used to work as an ice marshal at the ice arena, and I was doing the old ice hockey refereeing business. And she had one eye that had no colour in the iris, and she was partially blind. And it was because of, I think they call it toxicara or something like that. It's a worm that you find in dog mess. And she'd been out playing on a field or something, managed to get one of these worms in her eye, and they actually eat away at the eye and left her partially sighted. And people take their dogs to fields, playing fields, and just let them crap there and don't clean up or anything afterwards. So I'm kind of all for them people being fined. But I'm not sure that anti-terrorism legislation is the way to get them. I think using the existing fines is probably ample. But it all kind of got me thinking about CCTV cameras. Are they a good thing? Here's my question to you. Are they a good thing? Is it good to be on camera all the time because it makes you think maybe about committing crimes? Or maybe it just makes you move to commit crimes in more rural areas where there are fewer cameras and not town centres. But is it a good thing? Is it helping crack down on crime? Or is it a bad thing? All these cameras you see that are streaming to the internet now, if you have one of those near your home, does that give the possibility of increased crime? You know, could a potential burglar actually watch the cameras on the internet, learn about your comings and goings, and plan to burgle you? In fact, he wouldn't even need to plan it on these ones that are streamed live. He could just sit in his car with his phone watching the camera, waiting for you to go out, and then head round the corner and come and nick all your valuables. So I don't know, good thing, bad thing. What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments or in a reply video. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone. Ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.